Yo guys, welcome to my Lake of Kalandra first impressions video. In this video I'm just going to go over my thoughts and opinions on the league itself and some of the changes they made. Without further ado, here we go. So for the beginning part of this video, I'm going to start off by talking about the league and what I think of it. This is from the opinion from someone who just leveled through the campaign and got into white maps a little bit. So I figure I'll talk about, leveling experience with it, because I was kind of doing the mechanic for most of the campaign. There was a couple acts where I didn't do it. For the first few acts, I thought it was okay. Like, it's just a small little pedestal thing, and you only put 4 things in it. So when I first started running it, I kind of wasn't sure what was going on, like how to navigate or anything, or what the rewards were. I quickly found out that when you clear an area, you get a reward of some sort, unless it was like an essence tile or whatever, like strongbox or whatever. So in like previous leagues, usually when you do the mechanic when you're leveling, you have a pretty good chance of upgrading your gear and whatnot through the chests and whatnot. Expedition was great for this. You just got something that said, hey, this one has weapons, and then you usually got a pretty good upgrade for your weapons if you're a melee character. I found with this league, like if you're like in Act 3 or 4 and then you did like a weapons thing, you got like rusted swords or something that you would never use. Like the loot was really bad out of the chests. For like the first long time, it's like, oh, a currency chest, yay, and then you open it and like wisdom scrolls or something drop out of it. There's no like alchemies or like orbs of binding or something to help you gear up your character as you're leveling through the campaign to make it more fun. It kind of gives like a sense of progression, I find that way, and I did not get it at all in this league mechanic thing, leveling. I'm not saying that you have to give me, oh, here's a whole bunch of divine orbs or exalt or whatever, but just something that makes me feel like, hey, my character is getting stronger, now I'm getting more damage, and then I can keep killing stuff faster or whatever. But as you are continuing on through the acts with the league mechanic thing, the monsters in there got so tanky, and it's like you got no reward, so it's like, alright, these monsters are getting really, really strong, but I'm not getting any gear unless I have to trade for it, but there's no currency dropping, so I can't get better gear, so I just ended up skipping the league mechanic for like the second half of the campaign, like near the end of Act 6 to like Act 8 or so, and then I got a big weapon, so I was like, alright, I'll try it again, but hoping it would get better, but nothing really stuck out to me. Also with this mechanic, while progressing through the story, nothing really new came with it. It was always like, alright, this tile has bandits, this one has Mervils, minion things, I forget what they're called, sea witches or whatever. This one has strongboxes, essences or whatever. There's nothing like cool and new. Like they should have added like a bunch of newer tiles or something, like from Act 5 on. Like you kind of got newer ones, but it was just like a different monster type, but something unique to the league, so it's like, oh, this is really cool, and then maybe it will like spark your interest. I want to see what this is like. Like obviously you're gonna have more in later maps and whatnot. I've seen a couple of them that I haven't had a chance to try yet, but I'm like, okay, this is something different, kind of piques my interest a little bit. I think they should have did that a little bit more through the campaigns. It would have just made it feel different, make it feel like, oh, it's something new and whatnot. More variety would have kept me more engaged in the league mechanic. Like, I don't want to play for 20, 30 hours just to be like, alright, finally this league's getting good. I want to get like a little bit of a taste, like kind of like the carrot on the stick, while I'm leveling through the campaign for something cool. And then when I get to maps, it's like, alright, I want to see what where they're going with this. Like, this could be like a really interesting thing, but I never felt that. It just was kind of boring. And I kind of touched on the rewards a little bit earlier in the video here, but I just didn't think they were rewarding enough. I got more rewards out of doing the essence ones and using the essences to craft weapons than I did from the chests that were dropping me wisdom scrolls and transmutes and stuff. Transmutes are fine early on, but like when I'm in Act 9 or 10, I want to start seeing some chaos, because this is around the time where it's like, alright, we're going to maps. I'm going to have to trade for some gear or something to get my resist up, or to get enough damage, or to get enough health. But I'm not going to use transmute orbs to trade for new gear. I need like chaos, or even alchemy is not really the best idea, but chaos for sure. Like, and nothing was dropping. So that was what I thought of the league. I'm going to go on to what I think about the drop changes, and this isn't really that good. I thought it was awful. As of recording this video, I am currently level 76. I got like half of the white maps unlocked on the Atlas, and I did a couple yellow maps. And that time I had 6 chaos drop, and I got lucky and had a divine drop in like act 6 or 7. If it wasn't for that divine, my character would not be geared at all, wouldn't be doing any damage. I would not be having fun, and yeah, I'd be having a miserable time. I'm not sure if they didn't test this well enough or whatever, but it's like you're forced to either do like a different league mechanic or doing chaos recipe or just boring micromanaging stuff. I hate micromanaging, and I actually had to be forced to start doing chaos recipe. I didn't start doing it until like near the end of my session on Sunday. So as I was progressing through my Atlas, I was having a really hard time sustaining transmute orbs and chance orbs. You need transmute orbs to make your maps blue so you can get your Atlas progression skill points, and you need the chance orbs to be able to buy the maps from Keurig that you don't have unlocked on your Atlas to help push the Atlas. I ran out of both of those during doing white maps right at the very beginning, and I got lucky and got a Mayo Kun daily, and all the chests in that Mayo Kun dropped more transmutes than I did pretty much through the whole campaign and into the mapping. This is dumb. So I decided to be like, well, you know, I'm planning on doing some heist this league. I'm gonna see how the drop rates are in heist, because I cannot get any currency to upgrade my character in maps. I'm running out. It's boring kinda, because it's like I want to get to the new endgame stuff like the memory and whatnot, but it's like I can't get my character strong enough to do that or do bosses or whatever. So I ended up doing 3 or 4 heist contracts, and I got more chaos in those 3 heist contracts that I did than I did through the whole leveling process up to level 76. Something's not right here. I actually had to re-roll a character to specialize in doing heist and maps to get currency to upgrade my main character that I want to kill bosses with. It just felt like all this weekend where it's like I finally have time to play. I want to sit down and no life it for a day, and I felt like I wasted my time. It's not a good feeling. Just gonna touch quickly on the league mechanics. I never really did any Harvest or Beyond, so I can't really say anything. I heard Harvest was pretty bad, where you don't get enough juice to do like the basic crafts, where you did a plot and you got like 5 of them, which is not good. I won't even do Harvest if that's the case. But and Beyond, I haven't tried it yet. I'm sure it's fine, but I heard the tainted currency got nerfed pretty bad too for doing 6 links and whatnot. But for Arc Nemesis, I got to experience that a little bit. I found that while I was leveling, stuff was just way too tanky. Like, I was fine on my melee guy, but I was trying to level up my Death's Oath character, and Essence Drain Contagion just had the hardest time killing them because they would just not die. They had so much HP, it was boring, like, or not boring, but not fun. Like, I died like 4 times to the Weaver, and this wasn't even like Ziz's Gauntlet event. This was just like a normal thing because all the blue spiders were so tanky, and trying to get them off me, plus worry about what the boss is doing, plus the 400 ads that spawn after you kill a spider. It was just something that Essence Drain should be. It's one of its strengths, is like you kill one guy and it spreads to everything, but it didn't kill him, and I don't know, it just wasn't fun to me. I haven't done much mapping either, but I heard stories about that as well. I've had a few of them just come up and just one-shot me and be like, alright, whatever. Or it's like this super tanky thing, and then you finally kill them and you get like 400 like leather caps or something. It's like, oh great, I do not want these, I don't care about these are terrible. I'm just gonna keep moving on, because by the time I pick up all these, identify it, I could probably finish the map. do another one, and yeah. So I was not too big of a fan of the changes of Arc Nemesis. All in all, so far this leak for me has been kind of a bummer. Hopefully they fix it, but I know people say this all the time on the forums and Reddit and stuff, even though I kind of stay away from that because it's just a bunch of drama or whatever. They need to test their stuff more. Like, pay people that have experience with your game to go through it and be like, okay, this is what happened, because I can guarantee you the drop rates would have been brought up. And then like the crazy things going on with strong boxes right now, I saw a couple videos on Reddit where one guy had a rare Arcanist box, not one item dropped out of that, and then there was another one that had a cartographer's box that had 48 maps drop out of it. That stuff's wild. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my first impressions video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like and subscribe button. It'll help the channel out a lot. Thanks for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day.